So I was going to be doing a couple more dramatic scenes when I realized that I wasn't really sure where the prospector's tent was. I knew it was along the edge here somewhere, but it genuinely took me like a couple minutes to find it. We're going to be sleeping in this prospector's tent. It's really old and it's going to be freezing tonight. But 2 days ago, I set up this prospector's tent that I got from my grandpa, even though it was originally from my cousin. But I did the best I can, even though I didn't have any of the original poles. Here's a tour of the inside. So we have a dual door system that protects us from animals.
Come on! Why I oughta?
And immediately, let's just talk about the floor. There's a little bit of dirt there. There's a spider. Another spider. Another spider. Another spider. Another spider. I'm probably gonna wake up and be Spider-Man. Would Spider-Man even be able to sling webs in the forest? We have a lovely open concept ceiling, a beautiful north-facing window, built-in storage, and if we turn around, we have ourselves a beautiful south side facing window. And something that I find super awesome is the fact that we can have a chandelier in here. I'm gonna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. You better edit that out. I'm sorry, I don't get paid enough to edit that out. In all seriousness though, it is actually a really cool tent. We do have the moonroof. Although I just gotta say I didn't want the moonroof option, so I'm gonna be taking care of that right away. So what we're gonna be rocking with today is some Gorilla Tape. Kind of ruins the aesthetic of being like old prospector's tent. Now it looks trashy. Give me a couple minutes to get this floor looking properly cleaned and also removing some of these floor vents.
12 seconds later.
Now everything in here is looking a lot better. You have no idea how glad I am that that spider's not inside here. So now let me show you guys what we have. We packed pretty light, but I made sure to get all the essentials. It's just warm enough that I could wear this hat for now without being too uncomfortable. But trust me, it's gonna get cold really fast. And so I have propane, cooking and food, step 2, which we're gonna have shortly. And we also have our bedding, which I'm gonna be setting up right away. Let's do a quick time lapse to see how long this actually takes to blow up. Whoa. Okay, so it was about 2 minutes. Bam. We have ourselves an Ascend sleeping bag, which is good for -7 degrees Celsius or 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm pretty sure tonight's gonna be getting down to 26 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're gonna be right at the edge of comfortable sleeping. So now this is all set up, so we gotta be making a fire so we could cook supper. Before we get the fire ready, let's actually stake these out, because I feel like that would be kind of cool to have. There. Bam. Why does it look so bad? At least it's not really gonna rain tonight. All these alders are nice and dead, so it should create a decent fire. That should be good for about 3 minutes. So we're not too close to the prospector's tent right there. And you might be thinking that this is all we need to get the fire started. But you're wrong. So I know I said that these alder trees are going to be burning good, but it's actually not going to be enough to get the fire started. Well, although these are dry, they're just completely lifeless. But what we really need is some dry, dead tamarack branches. Because tamarack, or any sort of coniferous tree, has a lot of sap in them. And sap helps ignite stuff. It's a natural oil. Oil? Is it an oil? I don't know, but it burns good. Make fire, go big. What I like to do is put a couple large branches underneath. They could be crisscross, whatever way you want them. We're just gonna simply stack some wood over top of that. And then you could add on these sticks. I'm sure I could light this with either a flint and steel, a lighter, matches, or even a magnifying glass. Actually, not anymore. You can't, because the sun just went down. But I have a fun way that I'm gonna start this. Yep. Also, something that I brought is my foldable camping chair that packs down super small, and it's actually super convenient and helpful. I don't think I've made any specific videos talking about do you need a camping chair or not. I think I will be making a series about like, do you need it or not camping edition, where Because in my opinion, having a camping chair is actually something that I find is almost a necessity. And even when I was on my motorcycle traveling across the states, I still had it and I was happy to have it a lot of the time, even when space was a slightly little bit of a problem. But regardless, I'm going to be letting the coals build up and then we're going to be making some supper. The fire's just about ready and we're going to be indulging ourselves in a step 2. Cheers, everybody. That's actually very satisfying right now, even though it is starting to get quite cold. The second the sun dips over the edge of the earth, it just starts getting super, super frigid. All right, so for today's grub, we are going to be having some potatoes and some pork belly burnt ends, which is actually what I had the day before I turned 19. I made a video about it. So we're just gonna be reheating this because it is already cooked. Pardon the angle, but here is the potato, and let me tell you, this is genuinely perfect. Throw a little seasoning salt action. We're starting off with that Kansas style pork belly burnt ends. I didn't like it the day I made it, but now that it's actually a little bit burned, it has such a more smoky flavor, and it totally needed it because before it was just like weirdly sweet. Now we have that potato. Ah, I just dropped some. Bam. Heck yeah. If you go back and check out the video that I made just before my birthday, you'll know that it's pre-cooked. But honestly, I would definitely try to make that completely on my own next time we camp. Maybe not the next time we camp. Like, in the future, I will try it. And I'm now going to enjoy this, and then I'll talk to you guys when I go in the prospector tent. All right, so we are closing those windows. Now we're gonna be crawling into our tent. By the way, guys, I just want to share that this zipper is extremely difficult to close. Slightly frustrating, and let me tell you, it's cold. Yeah, so it's quite cold in here right now, but I actually have my hand warmer on, maximum heat. So my hands will stay warm, but it's actually just still warming up, which is funny. I was planning on watching a scary movie because it's going to be Halloween in a couple days. But my tablet unfortunately died because of how cold it is. But at least now I have some snacks while I watch YouTube. I didn't find any good videos, but I'm going to be sharing with you, well, I can't actually share with you, but I can visually share with you the fact that this coffee crisp is about to disappear in a couple seconds. And in my opinion, coffee crisp might just have to be one of the greatest chocolate bars ever invented. I freaking love it. And these are Smarties, even though they're more like M&Ms. Except that these probably have a more thick shell than an M&M, and they're a little bit flatter. And this light is actually about to die, and you only probably get around maybe like 20 minutes, half an hour of actual light on this. I'm not sure if you're aware, but this cloth is actually 100% cotton, and it's basically like extra durable Carhartt pants. This would be glowing super bright if it was made out of any cheap materials. This is simply the ultimate tent.
Later that same evening.
All right, so it is now around 10 o'clock and I'm going to be putting on these super fluffy socks and I'm going to be going to sleep. My handheld pocket warmer is at 72%, so we're going to be good for another couple hours and I'm going to be now going to sleep. Good night, everybody, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so it is around 2 o'clock and let me tell you, it is well below freezing and yeah, so I'm going to try to get some more shut-eye, but let me tell you, it's really freaking cold. So it got like a little bit uncomfortably cold last night and I had a terrible sleep. My bed in the RV is just so much more comfy than this. I'm just gonna quickly get all my stuff packed up, then we're gonna head back to my RV, so we're gonna be making breakfast. That was a very good adventure, and now we're just gonna be walking back. To be completely honest, I'm super disappointed that there's not a lot of frost everywhere. Oh. Home, sweet home. We're gonna be having some of this chocolate creamer in there. Strawberry chocolate, actually. All right, cheers everybody. That was a successful camping, and I was gonna be making the coffee outside there on the fire, but my phone died and I needed to warm up in here. This seriously tastes as if you poured Neapolitan ice cream into a coffee. And now I gotta be editing this video because I only have a couple days before it's Saturday, and I want to be having the prospector tent posted for Saturday. Okay, it's sometime later and it is in fact snowing now, which is what I kind of expected to wake up to. But still, this is freaking awesome. It was a great camping video. So thank you guys for watching. If you want more videos like this, you're gonna have to let me know. And cause it's gonna be snowing pretty soon, so we'll be doing some more snow camping videos. But either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And as always, keep it real.